Hello everyone, hope we're all good. Big shout out to everyone out there who likes, shares and comments on this channel. We're at Raby Gate in Newcastle. This is supposed to be the roughest area, you know, you'll come to when you're up here, so let's check it out. Just take a look at the sheer size of Raby Gate. Welcome to BYKER in Newcastle. I've never seen nothing like these flats here. Check this out. Check out this little baby here. What's happening?
Your front doors up there, haven't you? Yeah. Estava andar mais, a televisão, toda vez a gente, não sei quanto, toda vez. Esse nome não é certo, tá sabendo? Agora, ele volta a falar agora. Esse nome não é certo. Agora, ele fica assim, tudo me fala, não tem ouvido, nós também temos vida, nós temos coisas para pagar, tá vendo?
Yeah.
I recognise you from somewhere. I don't know where from, like. I recognise you. I recognise you first.
What's your name?
Michael Pollock.
Michael Pollock, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, lad. See you after, lad.
See you later. Do you work for the council? So I'm just on Raby Street. I've been told this is the hardest hit area in Newcastle. You know, there's a block of houses here that have been wrecked and smashed up. You know, I wouldn't like to be out here overnight. But let's go and have a little look at what's going on down here, eh? What's happened to your windows there, girl? What's happened to your window? Isn't it? So this woman just said, you know, I was got smashed up by the Walker boys. No idea who they are, but obviously they're beefing with the bikers. There's a few up here that are similar. Check this one here. You check that and then you check next door but one. Somebody who actually likes to live here. They're obsessed with badges like in car number plates, but there you go. Arguably, Raby Street is probably the roughest street in Newcastle. So being told. There's gangs beefing with each other, the Walker boys and the Biker boys. Windows are getting smashed up, they all meet at the bottom by the shops. It goes off. No, they've got to be teenagers, you can't be an adult beefing. So kids are bored, so they'll just wreck the community and smash each other to pieces, man. Check out that back door leading out onto a veranda. You've got an amazing view of another back door. Just going to take a walk down Shields Road, opposite Biker. Being told to give this a little go. A little bit of drama, a little bit of action. See what's going on. So this is meant to be the roughest pub in Newcastle, the Raby. Let's go in and check it out. What? Is this the roughest pub in Newcastle? Just a question. Brilliant. I'm doing a pub crawl. It's going on my documentary. It's called... It's empty. Why is it empty? Take a look at this. This is like, I wouldn't even know how to describe this. It's just like an overpass with stairs everywhere. And then this looks like a deserted shopping mall. You got all that. That's the new Newcastle team behind me. Whoa! I'm better than every one of them. Just going to take a walk into Newcastle town centre. There's always something going on in cities like this. Let's check it out, eh? He was definitely rattling then, that kid. Getting all aggressive. His bird was getting all angry. You think, you know, you're in a public place. You know, it's not all about them. But they're really, really sensitive. People on the streets. So you can understand why. They probably get fucking shit through at them all the time, but I'm not throwing shit at you. But if you're in my space, then I'm gonna let you know. This little area reminds me of Piccadilly Gardens. He's alright?
Listen, all right,
I'm just with a young girl called Chloe Spearman. She's 22. She's been on the streets, what, 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
Well, tell us about what's been going on for you.
Newcastle Social Services took us off my mum when I was younger and moved us out of area to Scotland. So then I stayed up there until I was 18, till they reached the limit for the home. And then they said I had to come back to Newcastle because that's where I was from. But then Newcastle Council wouldn't accept me connection anymore. They said I was Scottish. So I ended up staying in a tent behind Dean Street car park, and I put us in intensive care for 6 months. So I wasn't meant to walk again. I ended up pregnant through it. The bairn was disabled. He's been adopted. I thought, like, because the social services moved us away for safety, that I thought like, they would have helped us when I come home.
Yeah.
I thought letter after letter, I'm barred from the civic centre. I can't get me ma, he's there. And every time I ask, like, if I say it to my psychiatrist and that, like, why doesn't my mum, like, why is she still with him after I did that? And just say she's got Stockholm syndrome. Like, I'm a firstborn then. Like, all I want is a man. Sorry. Okay. So, like, if I had, it's not every fucking little Ben that's got a mum and dad, they don't understand how fucking lucky they are, man. I actually sit and look at a wall and think, like, if I don't know something, I need to note it because I've never been taught that thing that I need to know, and it kills us. I feel so low to be like, I woke up this morning and said, I'm not good enough for you. You need to wait for me. I said, I'm not good enough for you.
So you feel like you're suffering with low self-esteem and low self-worth?
I cut myself to bits 24/7, man, mate.
Anything just to escape the reality of...
I've been waiting with my court from the beginning of being on the streets. I ended up smoking spice. They gave us a methadone habit, a smack habit for spice. It was 20 mil. I ended up being sick all over myself. Somebody ended up assaulting us because I was asleep. So I went back. I said, I don't need that. I've never touched heroin in my life. What have you given us? They made us ill. So I'm still working with them now because they say because I've been around it all on the outside, and that might need to go into like a halfway house or something. But they're not. They're just. I've worked with them for 3 years. Like, when's it going to come? When's it going to happen?
Have you had enough of living like this?
I've been sectioned 3 times, mate. I have enough every so often. I end up on the bridge of quarters in the next 2 months ago. I literally just sat on the thing, had a space pipe and let myself fall into the river. If someone had notified the police, so they had a net on the bottom of the thing.
You're only a young girl. You know, your whole life's ahead of you. And
I'm not as bad, no, what it is. No, last year I was a lot worse than this, mate. Honestly, I used to ride me out from the route. That's only started the last couple of weeks. So I just feel like I'm dragging him doing that because I've been here for so long.
And this is your partner, yeah? And you're both struggling on the streets?
No, he's proper institutionalised. He's just done 7 years in jail. Went in as a kid, come out, they've not housed him. He doesn't really know what he is.
So do you think like you've got like a bit of a toxic relationship though, or a chemical romance, or...?
No, he's never had a lass, as he's been in jail for 7 years, so he needs to learn how to be in a relationship, and I think we might help each other. We'll help each other, like on a night time that we chill out, and have a talk.
So yeah, you feel safe anyway.
Yeah.
With him.
I hardly be selling anyways.
But you just have a little bit of, you're having a bit of a tough time at the minute.
I got released from prison for mental health support, right?
You kicked off on me, but you first saw me, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got split personality disorder. I just seen the camera and I thought, what?
No, and I understand, and I always...
Not the last time someone did this to us, right? He put us on Facebook and said loads of horrible stuff about us.
No, I won't be doing that.
He says I had my full wardrobe at Central Station and this and that.
No, well, I'm not about that. I mean, I appreciate your time and I wish you well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's horrible to see young girls, young lads on the streets like that when they haven't even started life. And they're out there in the grip of addiction and they're living that way. It's fucking horrible. I know, I'm under no illusion that like whatever I say isn't going to change their life. But I might give them, food for thought.
siamo ricoperti.
So I've just bumped into young Erica, who's only 32. She's been on the streets for 8 months.
Yeah.
Tell us what's been going on for you.
I was living in Sunderland, me and my partner, he's around here somewhere. The building where we were living, people were getting stabbed and slashed and they were banging on my door. We come through here for one day and we haven't left.
That was 8 months ago?
8 months ago, yeah.
From Sunderland?
Yeah.
And how are you finding it on the streets?
Truthfully,
Yeah.
I prefer it, being honest, I prefer it better out here than what I do indoors because you're more safer outside than what you are indoors, because if people know where you are, then anything could happen.
So you become a target for attacks?
Yeah.
And when you're on the streets, you know, you're hiding,
Yeah,
no one knows
and
where
there's
you're at.
cameras and, you know, you're safe.
That's really sad, that, innit, that you feel safer on the streets. You know, and that, like, there's cameras all about. So, you know, you're only 32, you're only a young woman.
32, I just gone 32.
Have you got a family?
My mum lives in Denmark.
Does she? Is that where your mum's from, or is that
No,
where...
that's where my dad's from.
No kids?
I've got 4.
You've got 4 kids?
I live with my mum.
Oh, what, in Denmark?
Yeah.
And what age is it, eh?
I've got a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 7-year-old and a 6-year-old.
So they're all back to back?
Aye. They're all together, all happy, living life on a farmhouse.
Yeah, and you just made that decision to just keep your distance. Have you got any plans to, like, to get your life back together?
I'm working with Changing Lives, shelter, and there's another plumber course. Yeah. Working with them, trying to get places sorted and stuff like that.
Do you feel like when because you're on the streets, people just walk past you and treat you like...
I don't know
like
what it is.
shit?
You get some people that walk past you and look at you like you're a piece of shit on the shoe, mate, but you know what it is? I've passed care and now I just let it go over my head.
Well, I'm here to talk to you as, you know, as a real person. I know what it's like. I can relate to where you're at now, and I've spoke to hundreds of people who've been on the streets, and I know how difficult it is. But what I would like to do is just like to encourage you, right? Because you're only young, you've got your whole life ahead of you. Oh, this is not for you.
It's not, and it's not me.
It's not, Erica, seriously, right? Make a difference, make that effort.
Oh, mate, I go to the council every day. I've been to the council this morning, and they just keep fobbing us off. There's nothing available for you yet, you'll have to come back. So I went to see my worker this morning, and she turned around and says, well, I've got to go back to the council with her tomorrow morning, and she's going to try and sort something out. With my first daughter, I didn't know I was getting social services. I was getting told I was getting her home and everything. 6 weeks before she was due to be born, social services and the police come knocking at my door because I had someone living with us and I didn't know his background history. He went to a care home where he was living, where he used to live, saying that he was living with his pregnant girlfriend, and he was living with me and my partner, and I was pregnant at the time, so social services got involved. And obviously I didn't know his background history, that he had sexually assaulted 2 young children and things like that, so they were trying to say I couldn't protect my children or with having someone like that in my house.
Do you know what, Eric, I hope things work out, so really do.
Thank you.
And I would encourage you to seek help.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
No, it's
Couldn't
fine.
believe she was 32, wow. And she's had it tough. She's only been on the streets for 8 months, wow. That's the same sad story I hear up and down the length and breadth of the UK. In every city that I visit, everyone that I speak to, there's always some excuse as to why they're using, and you know, I was big on excuses, me. I'd always throw the blame game. It's because of this, it's because of that. You know, in reality, you've got to take responsibility, you've got to be accountable. You've got to grab the bull by the horns and get help yourself.
Whoa, kid.
Newcastle Castle, the gateway to old Newcastle. It's got a few there, look. KH 73 lakh, KH 23 lakh. Once again, thanks for watching from Newcastle and take care.